Welcome to our video lesson on solving linear equations with brackets. Examples of the type of problems we'll be doing in this video are like this one down here, where you've got an equation with brackets, and this one here where there's no brackets, but we'll discuss where you might think of there being brackets. Alright, again, you've been asked to solve and check. This is just like in the previous one, where first you get an answer of what you think x might be equal to, and then you need to check and make sure that that answer is correct. So first it says 5, and then in brackets, x minus 3 is equal to 10, and we need to isolate or get our x by itself. You can think of this as someone putting on the coat and taking off the coat. So right now we're trying to take off the coat and follow the steps for BEDMAS, but in reverse order. So our first task isn't brackets like it would be if we were following BEDMAS. Instead, brackets are what come last. So we're not going to start here with our brackets. Instead, we're going to start with division and multiplication because we don't have any addition or subtraction outside of our brackets. If we had addition or subtraction outside of the brackets, we would start there, but we don't have that. So our first step is to get rid of this multiplication. So this is 5 times x minus 3 is equal to 10. So in order to get rid of that times, we're going to divide by 5. And you can write it like that, or you can write it as a fraction. It means the same thing. Then these cancel out. So on this side, our left side, we're left with x minus 3. And that is equal to 10 divided by 5, which is 2. Now there's nothing else on this side of my equation outside of the brackets. So we actually don't need to include them in there, and I'm going to erase them. So we just have x minus 3 is equal to 2. Well, now in order to get our x isolated or by itself, the only thing we have left is this minus 3. So we're going to add 3 to both sides, and we're left with x is equal to 5. Now we need to check if that answer is correct. And you can think of this as putting on the jacket. 5x minus 3 equals 10. And we think that x is equal to 5. So I'm going to have 5, and then instead of writing x, I'll put my 5, which I think represents my x, minus 3, close brackets, is equal to 10. Okay, now I'm putting on the jacket, so I'm going to follow the order of operations. So first I do what's inside the brackets. I do 5 times what's 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And is that equal to, I forgot my question mark up here, question mark, is that equal to 10? Well, 5 times 2 is 10, so I know 10 is equal to 10, and my answer is correct. Next problem. This one, you might be thinking, there's no brackets in it, Miss Fortune. Why are we doing this one in our question about brackets? When you've got a question like this with an expression in the numerator, see how up here on the top side of my fraction there's a whole bunch of steps in it, it's not just one number. You can imagine that there's brackets around that part of the question. If I want to get my x isolated, so I want to get x alone, I need to get rid of everything else that's on there. Remember, I'm not following BEDMAS. I'm doing the opposite. So I'm going to go from the least powerful operation to the most powerful operation, and then last do my brackets. So here I don't have any addition or subtraction outside my brackets. So then I'm looking for a division or multiplication. I have division. It's 2x plus 1 all divided by 3 is equal to 6. So to get rid of the divided by 3, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. That will cancel out this 3. So I'd be left with 2x plus 1 is equal to 18. And that would still be inside my brackets. Now, I don't have anything else left on my left side, so I'm going to erase the brackets. And I know that 2x plus 1 is equal to 18. Now that I've gotten rid of my brackets, again, I'm going to go back down to my bottom of my BEDMAS and start from bottom to top again. So I'm looking for addition or subtraction. There's addition, so So I'm going to subtract 1 from each side to get rid of that 1. And I'll have 2x is equal to 17. Then I have 2 times x, so I need to divide both sides by 2. And I end up with x is equal to 17 divided by 2, which is 8.5. My next task is to check, is this right? So is x really equal to 8.5? So I'll start with my equation. So I have 2 times x plus 1 all over 3 is equal to 6. And I think that x is equal to 8.5. So on my next line, instead of writing x, I'm going to write 8.5. And I'm trying to test, is that equal to 6? Let's check and see. Well, 8.5 times 2, so again I do my proper order of operations this time because I'm putting on the coat and I have to do my numerator first. It's like this whole thing is inside brackets. So then I follow my order of operations within the brackets and I do 2 times 18.5, which gives me 17 plus 1 divided by 3. Is that equal to 6? Well, 17 plus 1 is 18 over 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6, so 6 is equal to 6. And I know I got my answer right. Let's do one more example. Here I have 2, and then in brackets 3x minus 4 is equal to negative 1. So now I'm trying to solve, so I'm not following my order of operations. I'm going backwards, reverse order of operations. And so brackets are last. So first thing I have is 2 times. So I want to get rid of that, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. That will cancel out this 2, and I'll get that 3x minus 4 is equal to negative a half. If you wanted to write that as a decimal, you could. That is fine, but I'm going to write it as a fraction. Then I didn't write my brackets anymore because it's the only thing I'm left with, so I don't need to write them. But I do need to get the x alone. I need to look again for BEDMAS, reverse order of operations. I'm looking for addition or subtraction. I say subtraction. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So then I have that 3x is equal to negative a half plus 4. Well, I know that negative a half plus 4 is 6.5. So that means that 3x is equal to 3.5. So now I need to divide both sides by 3. And I'll get that x is equal to 1 and 1/6. Now I need to check if that answer is true. So I'm going to start with my equation again. So I have 2 and 3x minus 4 is equal to negative 1. And I think that my x is 1 and 1/6. So I'll do 2 times 3, 1 and 1/6 minus 4 is equal to negative 1. All right, my first task is inside my brackets. So first I need to do multiplication. What's 3 times 1 and 1/6? Well, that's 3.5. So I have 2 and then 3.5 minus 4. I forgot my question mark. Is that equal to negative 1? So then I do 3.5 minus 4. So then it gives me 2 times negative a half. Is that equal to negative 1? Well, 2 times negative a half is negative 1. And so I know negative 1 is equal to negative 1, and my answer is correct. That's all for my video lesson on this. If you need more help, please ask me. I'm always here to help you. And that's all for now. I'll talk to you later.